Hey guys, we're here with the letter. Before we start, I'd like to point out that right now I'm recording at 3 a.m. for it's 2:56 right now for maximum ghost possibility. You see, everyone knows that fictional ghosts become real between 12 and 6 a.m. So right now at 3 a.m. that's like the optimal time. I don't know. Yeah, I finished Valhalla yesterday. I binged it. That's a word I can never say, but yeah, I binged it. Recorded it for 5 hours. There's a stupid Toho minigame at the end that took 2 hours, but and now I'm onto the letter. Was going to start this yesterday, but you know that minigame took up too much time. I'm gonna be home alone for the next few days, so you know I want to I'd like to finish the letter while I have the chance, like you know. So let's continue. We're on Zachary's out. It's been... Let's see how long it's been. It's been... Okay, we just had the kid. It's been 8 days. Going insane. This is what it is. It's that knocking. And if we don't do something, we all will be. The tremors follow me even as I get home. I'd hoped a little stroll around the block for a few hours would help. Instead, I'm assaulted with more images of her smile, the loathing in her eyes, the stench of gore, the horrid crutch that comes with every movement she makes. Even old memories have been sullied by her. Ma's song no longer sounds as sweet as it meant to be. In the end, all I got is a sinking feeling I'll never be rid of her image, and another ridiculous idea that may or may not even work. The sun is already hanging low on the horizon when I make it back. Okay, we talked with the professor. Was that last episode or the one before that? He's like... There's something going on with him. I forget what it was, but for the first time, coming home feels more like a chore. Only, I didn't arrive to an empty room. Because as soon as I open the door, I'm greeted by none other than...
Sup, Z-Man? Ashton,
whatever proverbial stone has been made a home at the pit of my stomach automatically flies right out the window at the sight of Ashton. Sitting comfortably on my couch, munching on a bag of chips with both feet propped atop the coffee table. Didn't you get mad at us last time? I forget. Common sense dictates that I should throw him out. Any person of a right mind would. But like many other things I've gotten accustomed to, simply take it all in stride. Never did bother turning him away the first time to begin with. Moreover, I've said things I shouldn't have the other day. Oh, that's the story update. Where are we right now? Right here. And we're pretty close to the ending, right? Yeah, it'll be probably next episode. Possibly this one. Gotta straighten that one out before it blows up in our face.
Ash, how many times do I have to tell you not to call me Z-Man and stop breaking into my apartment? I'll call the cops on you, but doing that feels like a joke in itself because you are one.
I didn't. You gave me a key the last time I did that, remember?
After the last one you broke, I can't keep replacing the knob just because you think it'd be amusing to lockpick the hell out of it. And hey, is that my...
Ash smirks at me because of course he has the gal to smirk knowing what he did. He pops in what's very likely the last piece of chip into his mouth, folds the wrapper neatly on the table before throwing it on the nearby trash. Behind me, the television starts blaring the music for the end credits of a movie. He's likely been waiting for a while if he's gotten impatient enough to rummage through my cupboards and watch something.
You ate all of it! I was saving that one for the weekend.
So, you know, I started to think Ashton might be a likable kid. That's out the window. No. I didn't like Ashton and Isabella's route, but he's getting better, I guess. I don't really say, like... Oh, here, I'll rank the characters, okay? Number one, I gotta put Zachary. He's, like, the only one that's not a complete, you know. And number two, it's kind of unfair, you know, because we haven't seen these four yet. This is right now. Number two, I'd put... It's so hard! I'd put... You see, I don't know where to put Luke, so I'm leaving Luke off of this. He's too much of a wild card. Okay, so Zachary, Hannah, just say Marianne. I don't really like her, but she hasn't done anything to make me dislike her. Isabella, basically the same deal with Marianne. I'm pretty neutral to Isabella. Rebecca, then Ashton, and Luke somewhere.
I'll replace it.
What exactly is this about? And I know I said something bad the last time.
Okay, we got that.
I'm really sorry about that.
Oh, okay, so I get how that range works. There's a choice to meet with Zach or Hannah. If you just meet with Hannah, it goes straight. If you, you know. In an instant, he sits up, every trace of amusement gone from his face. He clasps his hand in front of him and leans forward. A minuscule gesture meant to ease, yet the grim expression on him tells a different story altogether.
It's fine. You...
Oh. Maybe we got him to forgive us? Or...
You had a point back then.
Wait, what? Did I just hear you say that?
I'm not kidding, Zach. Speaking of the other day, did you meet with Andrew last time?
Yeah, at the library. He was,
What did he say about the photographs?
Huh? Oh, there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen, so that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now.
Yeah, it does!
But with dreams lately...
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all? Did you ask him even?
I pause, glancing at him skeptically. I don't know where this sudden curiosity is coming from. But if Ashton, calm, cool, collected, always logical Ashton, takes interest in this, something or someone must have messed stuff up somewhere. Or the world is ending. Seconds pass. The apocalypse I'm expecting to go along with doesn't arrive, however.
Yeah, that's really everything. The letter kind of slipped my mind. The photos were more important at that time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on. Kinda nasty if you ask me, but it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Becca's been saying weird things lately.
Oh, Becca's haunted now.
Weird like...
Same kind of weird Isabella says.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen much Becca. That's probably because her route takes place during the same time period, probably.
Alright, bro, stop right there. I thought you didn't believe in this stuff.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something. Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
Are you sure you even have the time? Ain't you busy with your current case?
I got taken off that one this morning.
Didn't you say you were getting closer to...
Apparently, the higher-ups think I'm doing a horrendous job at it.
Oh.
It doesn't matter, though. If these two cases are connected like I initially thought, then regardless, I'm on the right track.
It's been a while, but he was going after the rights, right? Do you think this, like, I wonder if there's something up with the rights? Like, they're doing shady stuff. Like, you know, from Hannah's perspective, it just looked pretty normal, but from Luke's, you know, Luke's could be anything.
Have you seen the news this morning?
He grabs the remote and cycles through numerous channels until he gets a news report about another guy who's been found dead in the early hours of the morning today, and burned after a room catches fire. Who's this? Burned alive this time. Oddly, no fire spread, and whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. The room itself, however, has been completely vandalized. Today, you're that younger. Oddly, no fire has spread, and whatever damage has been contained within the place the body was found. That just reads weirdly. Help me. Help me. Help me. Another murder, the authorities claimed. If only they knew.
You think this is...
I don't know what to think, Zach.
He rises from the chair and begins pacing the length of the room, placing his fingers roughly through his hair. Do you think the ghost is just choosing not to haunt him? Just the ghost is like, the best way to haunt you is to not haunt you.
I just know there's something. There must be. There has to be. Fuck!
I got a text.
Well, you do have something in mind, I'm sure. A plan? Come on, Ash, you're good with that.
I do! I'm just not sure if I'll get anything out of it.
Well, a plan is better than no plan at all, ain't it?
Almost too sudden, he swivels on his heel, for a passing moment, that he's going to shout at me. Instead, Ash simply flops back down on the couch, crosses his arms over his face, and he says a long, ragged breath. His voice comes out smaller, closer to a whisper, and he speaks again.
I should have looked into this when she was still here. Maybe none of this would have happened if I did.
There it is. No need to ask who her is. Every should haves, could haves, and would haves. All our frustrations in one statement. All we could do is to cope. What should I say? Make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. You're not the only one stuck in this. I think this one sounds better, but this is another, like, you know, telltale dialogue. It's like, glass him. We just throw this glass in his face and we choose the second option. Let's go with this. See how it goes.
Rebecca and I are still here. We'll manage one way or another.
Okay, that one good. That one good. And our relationship went up.
Don't make it sound so easy. We have no idea what we're dealing with here.
Hold on. Okay.
I ain't saying it will be, but we gotta do something, yeah? Make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
He grins. None of it reaches his eyes, but it's a start. I'm gonna start picking up the piece somewhere and hope everything will turn out for the better at some point. Is this before or after the ball or whatever? Hold on. The right couple bought the mansion. They moved in together. Okay, that's the end of it. Showed the photographs to Ashton. Yeah, the finishing touches for the housewarming party. So that happened on the 28th. Okay, so we're the day after the party, right? I was pretty sure it was after the party, but I wanted to make sure. However, a little reminder there are other people within more.
You have a point.
I always do. You just don't listen.
It reminds the bluntness in my words. He doesn't show it. But little by little, things begin to look up, if only for a short while. Ashland's Spearman is close to sundown. He said little until then, not even a hint of what he's aiming to do after. Well, it ain't any of my business to know. His old... Your Tyson?
Reticent.
Reticent. Okay. Not revealing one's thoughts or feelings readily. Attitude on the matter gnaws at me. This hour, the streets are once again busy with people heading home after a hard day's work. Little of the bustle matters to him as he steps up to the crowded walkway, however. There's only his goal in his mind, and in truth, there's nothing I can do to stop him at this point. He's probably decided on it long before he's made the decision to drop by. But despite this, he lags behind.
What's wrong, Ash?
His mouth opens, then closes. For whatever he wants to say is lost in the clamor of traffic outside.
Is there something I can do?
No, just say where you are.
I can't do that. No can do, Ash. Ask me anything but that. No way in hell I'm gonna pretend there ain't a problem when there is. This is a really big one, and I'll be damned if I let anything happen to you guys while I sit here. I'm done running when things get tough.
What? You think you have a better plan?
Who knows if it's better?
Shoot the ghost.
At least it's something.
If all this is going to do is put you in danger, then I'd rather you not do anything at all.
In the thumbnail I've been using, it's like one of the cover images. I think Luke has a gun, and I think he does in the opening too. What's he gonna do? Shoot the ghost?
I never want to wake up to that kind of thing again. Finding out one of my friends has been found dead, murdered in her own apartment.
Yeah, that's probably because, you know, the whole Isabella dying thing, you know.
One person is enough.
This is still better than having no other course of action, yeah?
The way there's 3 branches here. Oh no, okay. Well, there's not really 3. It just goes back to this one. So 2 of the endings she dies, 1 she lives. Nice. So he's about to argue for a moment, but
look, bro, if things ain't good, I'll be the first one out. But allow me this one thing, just this one time. If it doesn't work out, you'll be the first one to know. You can laugh then, or berate me all you want. But please don't ask me to step aside like I'm incapable of doing anything to help.
Ant! There's an ant on me! How did the ant get on me? It was on my arm! How'd that happen? No idea. It's the look on my face or the tone of my voice. Ultimately, although his mouth presses into a thin line, he
Do
nods.
what you want. If you can check in with Rebecca, I'd appreciate it.
When he stumbles into the sidewalk and allows the afternoon crowd to swallow him whole, I like to think the tiny gleam in his eyes is the closest we can get to optimism in this situation. Upon returning to his apartment, Zachary is greeted by Ashton. Not suspicious of what's happening, Ashton informs Zach that he will try and get to the bottom of this. He also warns Zach not to act rashly. Oh yeah, the journal's working now. Forgot that it broke last time. Oh, okay, I was wondering what this was. That's like a bookmark. Whether that alone will be enough to give me peaceful sleep tonight remains to be said. October 30th. Wait, how many days? Oh. We're getting really close to, like, you know, November 1st. That's... You see, that's significant because, you know, other people's perspectives can't overlap. Or, like, you get what I mean by that. Like, you know, if we had a conversation with Ashton, Ashton's dialogue would be set in stone. We couldn't change that. Night falls. Despite my best attempts, sleep continues to elude me. Now, you know when you find, like, a bug on you, and then you feel other bugs on you, but there's no bugs? What if there's more ants? I gotta check my body. No ants? I don't see any ants. With their image still stuck in my head, flashing every few moments, it catches me off guard. Ma's lullaby still echoing in my ears, no longer the soft tune it once was. And the terrible gnawing at the pit of my stomach. It's no wonder I can't bring myself to drift off even for a little while. It's not if there's a complete lack of things to do while waiting for sleep to come, if it ever will. And at 2:45 in the morning, I find myself cleaning my photography equipment for no other reason than to pass time. Oh, hey, CG! It's just a CG of him, you know, messing with his camera, right? 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 Come on, don't do it. It's 3 a.m. game, don't do this. Well, if I'm going to be honest, it's not the night terrors that are keeping me wide awake tonight, but the anxiety and the hope I'll hear from Ash soon. For once, the ants! There's no ants, but there's ants! I'm not scared of the ghost, I'm scared of the ants! For what, perhaps the 42nd time. Oh, okay. My eyes shift over to the end of the table where my phone lies still. Not heard of him since he left. He hasn't promised to call, of course, but a small part of me wishes he would have the common sense at the very least. Waiting is a tough game. With the concern stretching out for a minute longer than usual, it's possible for more unpleasant thoughts not to enter my mind. Moreover, does it not help that the clock finally strikes 3? That's normal. My hand stills. The complete and underlined is that my heart didn't leap straight to my throat in that brief second. Hey, what's up? My body is found motionless, ears straining through any further sounds. A couple of 10 seconds pass. Nothing. Of course. Though the old buildings I'm staying in, power fluctuations, ain't nothing new. Oh yeah, I don't hear a moaning. Nope, it's just dead silent. Every now and again, this would happen. There were a few tenants that are in a bad mood. Nothing unusual anymore after a few years of living here. But this time, sudden hush ring. I'm covering my eyes with my arm, by the way, so I can still see the text, but no other part of the screen. Rings with a new stillness that raised the hair at my back of my neck. Set my heart beating hard against my chest. See, I can't trust this game anymore. You gotta have trust between the author and the reader. That Lumen Echo taught me that, but no trust. They're just gonna jump scare me whenever they get the chance. Something reeks in the air. In an instant, this place is no longer home. It's a prison. Every rational fiber in my being screams at me to leave. I force myself to swallow and keep a clear head as I lay. My arm's kinda getting tired. Can we hurry up? As I lay down all my cleaning tools, get gathering together the rest of my things scattered about on the table. Camera's body, lens, filters, diffuser, phone, anything that my hand can reach. And the resulting hearing guy. Hold on, is there? Looks like there's not a quick time event yet. Do we have a? Yeah, skip one. Okay. Look in the 9 years. It's the scent that reaches me first. Foul, putrid smell filling my lungs with a heavy stink of death. My fingers clamp tightly to the camera, holding it closer to my body as if the tiny thing would provide enough protection to whatever it is with me in the room. It won't. It's the only comfort I have. And knowing that whoever she is, should have once been human. Perhaps not all of it is gone. Perhaps some of it is still there.
Hello? I know you're in here. What do you want?
Something moves behind me, stuff scuttling over the walls, followed by a squelch, painful creaking of what can only be rotting flesh and broken bones. Without hesitation, I whirling on, fingers and camera ready, patiently waiting for another movement.
I can help you. Whatever it is that keeps you here, I can help.
Okay, it's quick time event that's about to happen.
That's what the letter's for, ain't it? You don't have to keep taking people's lives.
Uh-oh, you made her mad. Let me just turn the volume down to 1. There's a brief moment of silence after. For a short while, I think my pleas worked. Then, with no warning, the shuffling resumes, along with it are the sobs of a woman. The light flashes fleetingly one last time, allowing me a glimpse at her grotesque, misshapen features before it's once again lost in the darkness. All of a sudden, her tune changes. No longer a soft cry, but a high-pitched shriek brimming with pain, grief, and anger. Every ounce of courage I muster flees from my body at the sound. Next thing I know, my hand is gripping the knob and wrenching the door open. You know what would be awful for them? If they made a jump scare, like, in the middle of a line. So, like, you know, the line's been there, and then, like, halfway through, it goes. The whales follow me as I flee into the night. Oh yeah, go to the abandoned park. I can't think of a better idea on this. Oh! Oh, right. We skipped quick time events. How far into it are we? 20 minutes. Basically, has always been more of Ash's instinct than mine. When I want to think, I sit and let the minutes tick by until an idea comes to mind or my pulse settles down. Yet, dried leaves and twigs crack under my shoes as I make another pass at them. Terror is too mild to describe what this is. There's no way in heck I'm going back. Whatever she is, pleading won't work. The moment we saw that letter, she's been after us.
I can't run. Not this time.
Nearly 2 hours have gone by since I left the comfort of my room for the solitude of the park. 2 excruciating hours since I started making calls. Ghosts can't go outside, everyone knows this. They're neats. No one's answering. Not even Rebecca, who's always kept her phone line open in case other people need her. It does not help that Ash hasn't said a word where he went off to
Damn
as
it!
well.
I knew I should have asked him before I let him leave.
No one can be anywhere, but there's only one place he'll likely be at this time. Sun has already peeked over the horizon when I make it to the mansion. No idea what I'm expecting to see when I got here. It's Ashton, first and foremost. Part of me wishes my assumptions are correct, and he's really somewhere close by on the stakeout. But I've never been the lucky sort when it comes to that kind of guessing. Even after I made a round of the immediate vicinity, couldn't find neither hide nor hair of him. Calling him does no good either, considering how awful the signal here is. Can't be too far if he's really here, but if he is, he would have had noticed me by now. Instead, there's only silence. Kind too quiet to find any sort of comfort in. Even the trees seem to have fallen asleep with the rest of the mansion, oblivious to what's happening around it. A small island of stillness in the otherwise fast-paced world. No wonder this whole of Ainslam feels that odd with the rest of Lexborn. While the city's alive, growing every minute, breathing every second, pulsating with life, the village remains unmoving, unchanged. It's not surprising the legend still lives up to this day. Why she's still here, walking its hollowed halls. Beyond me, the mansion looms ominously. Now ain't the time for fear. Even if Ash is not here, still gotta let the Wrights know what I've seen, what's in their home. Whatever grievance Ash has with them, doesn't matter. There might be grounds for imprisonment, but they don't deserve a brutal death at the hands of some malicious spirit. Hey, Anna's haunted. Oh, meet with Hannah. I'm sure that's what Isabella would have wanted if she was still here. Head straight for the door without a second thought. I'm kind of curious. Depending on which ending I get, I wonder if I'll just, like, straight up skip, like, Marianne's route. Here, hold on. See, they all converged on the Zachary, but this one, it doesn't. Maybe that's just because their length is different, so but... Takes a few rings. The sound loud above the foreboding stillness before I hear footsteps on the other side.
Bennett, only a Nancy would knock at such an ungodly hour. Where's that damn butler when I need him?
Hey, Luke's still alive. Hey, Luke, there's a, Hey, there's something about you, Luke, that seems different. You have this, shadow. You have the aura of there's black, like, smoke coming around you. Before long, the door swings right open, with Mr. Luke Wright standing behind it. Seething would be a complete understatement to describe him. Like this, I've got no doubt why Ash was kind of a suspect.
You? How the hell did you get in here?
Oh yeah, you just drive out, but there's... It probably has a gate. Maybe. Left it open.
What in 7 hells do you want? It's bloody 6 in the morning!
Listen, sir, I know this is not a good time.
Oh, it's not a good time. Did you even check the clock before coming here? I bet you didn't. Unlike you, the ones living in this house need to sleep. Come back when people are actually awake, or I'll call security on you.
Before I can get a word in, he slams the door to my face and bolts it shut with much finality. So, you see, most people would be like, wow, Luke's not a nice guy, but he came to the door 6 a.m. That's totally reasonable.
Wait, sir, you gotta hear me out.
Maybe he could have been a bit more polite, but that's reasonable.
You're both in danger if you stay in there.
And I mean, he had this whole like shadow aura around him. I mean, that's.
Have you seen the news lately?
Bound to make
Everything's
it
not a
angry.
coincidence.
Only silence answers me. Maybe if it was Mystery 8. Oh, who am I kidding? There are limits to how far a person will believe in you. Then again, I didn't believe Isabella when she warned us. Now I'm here, desperately trying to save people, even if I'm aware it's completely out of my own capacity to do so. Is this what they call karma? So, this is one horrible way of turning things around. Wait. Does relationship carry over between routes? That's something I forget. The only time we've been able to test this is with these two. And it looks like they're the same, but I don't think there's been any checks with Hannah and Zachary's out, so I think so. Taking people's lives, playing with people's fears, making them feel useless.
You're around, ain't you? You here? Inside this house? Listening, watching, or whatever it is that you spirits do? What did they do to you?
I mean, like, if some guy came to your door and started talking about spirits, you'd think he's crazy too.
I can help you, you know? If it'll let you move on, I'll gladly do so. You don't have to kill anyone.
Nothing. I don't even know who I'm talking to, or if it's the same person that is supposed to do it, or if a sane person is supposed to be doing that. The only thing I got after is a feeling of foolishness washing over me. Perhaps this is just me losing my mind. I don't have other options than any other ideas. Let my hand slide off the door surface and fall listlessly to my sides. You can go back to Luxborn. Try to find the others. Try to get out of this mess with them. Or let them know how much deep stuff we all are. Both sound good. Either way, I'm loitering here isn't helping at all. Let the quietness calm me for a few more minutes before standing up and heading out to fetch my bike. It's quite a distance to Luxborn, but if I hurry, I'll reach it in maybe... Oh! The wrestling stops as soon as I turn around and strain my ears for any other movement around me.
Yo, Ash, you there?
No answer. If he's here, I just missed him earlier. Alrighty, my feet are moving in search of him for the second time. Won't hurt to double check. Triple check even. When you go out in the woods and you get killed by the ghost, how big the property is, it can be anywhere. Things ain't so urgent, they ain't so dire that life's at stake. Probably have just waited for him to show up again.
But damn it! He needs to realize what exactly it is he's dealing with.
That's not just a petty criminal he can simply throw in jail. That's something beyond the authority his police badge can ever give him. This guy needs to stop playing the big dang hero, sit down and chill. But if he continues the way he is right now, I'm afraid he'll make a fatal mistake this time. So I'm just going for the Asher ending where all of his friends die and then he dies. And then Luke picks up all the ashes and makes like a snowman out of them. That's the best ending. I'll keep going till the ending. We're close enough that I imagine it won't take long. My breathing comes in short, shallow gasps by the time I make it back to where I started. Still no sign of him. I'm beginning to think I'm just wasting my time here. That's when I hear it. Recognize the melody in a heartbeat. Mom's favorite song. Listen for a while, trying to gauge exactly from where the house it's coming from. Feet start moving before I can stop them. There, as I circle a corner, from a room in the first floor. Single window's open, but I can't make out whoever's inside. However, I'm sure the singing comes from it. Oh, this is probably... Is Hannah a ghost, or is Hannah not a ghost? Sure, I'll hear an old tune here in all places. I don't know. It's not an obscure song by all means, but it's pretty rare to find someone who knows this. For some reason, Death seems to follow this song around. Panic lodges itself at the base of my throat at once. Whatever something might be, I don't be the pessimist right now, but on the off chance that it's Mystery 8,
Shit.
shouldn't have just barged in there. Can't put myself in danger before I can save anyone. Ash will tell me this in the exact same words. Might even write me a dissertation why that is a bad idea if he ain't so lazy. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it! Am I a hero of justice? I mean, so she's a ghost. That's something we all accept right now, right? Like, she's a ghost. So, there's no one to help. Luke's, he's in bed at 6 a.m. Ghosts can't wake him up. He's immune to that. Wait. Keep looking for Ash gives you this. Wait, the plan was to kill everyone so that Ash... So keep looking for Ash. That's just gonna be keep running around in these woods next to the haunted house. Can I just have a go home option? I mean, there's 3 choices. Wait, where's the 3rd one? Come on. So, keep looking for ashes, just go in the woods and die alone, or enter the open windows, get killed by a haunted lady with a big plot. Okay, that one's good. I can search for Ash, but what if it's too late by then? But how big this place is, it can be anywhere. It's very likely by the time we come back, someone's already bit the dust. Which one did you get? Yeah, no, this one. I wonder if this one is search for him in the woods, and this one is some 3rd option we couldn't get. Then the cries go louder and louder against my ear the longer I linger. Almost impossible to ignore, drawing me in like a moth to a flame. For a moment, let myself shudder, shaking the uneasy feeling off my head. This can't be a good idea, not by a long shot. So I've got to try. Funnily enough, for a couple, and it actually is just Luke like watching this horror movie. For a couple of high profile Stellarites, they don't seem to have any security detail patrolling around. A few guards here and there, sure, but one will expect they'll have more considering the size of the place. Works to my advantage though. Can't really complain that there's a high chance I might get arrested for what I'm about to do. Luckily, the window's wide enough for me to fit through without making any noise. Certainly no going back now. But as soon as I step into the parlor, all of it ceases. I'll find no trace of the woman I heard crying like I expected to. The room was still empty, this time in the morning, unless standing awkwardly in the middle of the hush. Maybe she just hid somewhere?
Hello? Are you here? I heard someone earlier, and I'm here to help.
Hoping for an answer, let the question hang in the air. Several seconds merely go by without a word, with the slightest movements to indicate there's someone in here. Has been here. But the stories I've heard, the things I've seen, takes effort to keep my brain from going into that line of thought.
I'm not going to hurt you. If you're here, say something.
Nothing. Am I just hearing things? No, I'm pretty sure I heard someone. With no one responding, I can't help but feel silly like this. Awareness that I've just trespassed a house for nothing because of some voice prickles at me. What if actually everyone is just insane? Like, and, you know, there's no ghost at all. They're just imagining it. We just... Suddenly, the silence feels uncomfortable, and a needling anxiety slowly creeps up my back. She'll get out while I can. If it ain't there, it ain't there. I don't spare the room another glance when I walk back the way I came. Out the window, I leave before someone else notices.
I thought I heard a servant moving around here. Turns out it's just a rat scurrying about. How unpleasant.
My heart shoots up into my throat. I can run. The window's a few steps away. Should be able to escape. Instead, out of some foolish impulse, I turn around. Perhaps it's because the only impression the guy has left me in what few times we met is nothing but unsettling.
This ain't what you think it is.
You're quite the distance from the kitchen, I'm afraid. Perhaps I should lead you there.
What's in the kitchen?
Someone's in here before me. I wasn't here for what you're thinking. There was sobbing and...
First blow knocks... What? This is assault! What did I do? Break into your mansion with all the expensive paintings? First blow knocks the wind out of me, sending me heaving and crumpling to my knees. Tears well up in my eyes. Wait, wasn't this room on the 2nd floor? Wait, no, Isabella got the ground floor, right? Eh. As the pain swells up when he twists my wrist.
You gotta listen to me!
Then again, dirty thieves aren't welcome in my kitchen either.
For a moment, there's only silence and a sudden piercing ache, this time at the back of my head. Terrified Zachary went looking for Ashton in the Ermengarde mansion, but to no avail. I also tried warning Luke Grant about the spirits supposed to be living in the house, which simply turned away. Hearing a crying woman, Zachary sneaked into the mansion, but was unfortunately spotted by the right spotlight. Being arrested versus being killed by a ghost. For a moment, there's only silence, and a sudden piercing ache, this time at the back of my head. Wait, they're gonna send me to the cops, right? They don't have like a secret torture basement? The room abruptly tilts on its axis, dimming. The verge of unconsciousness. You hear the scuffling of foot, the thud of the door being closed, and a woman crying, asking for help. No more. October 3rd. We made it to Halloween! The pain is the worst when it comes to a sharp piercing ache somewhere at the back of my head, begging to be noticed. Where are we? Okay. But it's nothing I can't handle. Blurrily, I open my eyes, expecting to be greeted by sunlight. So, like, if we want to, like, be meta about it, if we choose the top choice, we get a little further. But really, there's no telling which one's the better here. However, the walls that welcome me are unfamiliar. When everything comes into focus, I recognize the place for what it is. A cell. Dark, cramped, with the only light coming from the moon outside, streaming through the sole window barred by thick metal bars. Memory rushes back to me in sharp bursts. The mansion, looking for Astrid, familiar tune, a woman crying. All while my head still aches from the hit I've received.
Still better than a morgue, I guess.
Gingerly, I pull myself up, stretching the cramps from my shoulders as I do so, stopping when a sudden movement induces an acute stingy pain through my right arm.
Damn, they got me
Through
good.
my arm.
What time is it?
As expected, they've taken everything I have on my person. Wallet, cell phone, my keys, meds, even a small pack of gum. Protocol is protocol. In the first place, ending back in another cell ain't in my agenda. First time was not a pleasant experience. This certainly won't be either. Always been in jail before? Considering, most likely put me in here, could be much worse. The bars are cold to my touch when I approach it, looking for the person on duty. That usually allows us to contact someone, an Ashton at least. I should know I'm here. You'll be mad, that I'm quite sure, but it's the only one who can help prove my innocence and get me out. Well, I mean, you did break into a mansion. However much I don't want him to rely on him for this. The hallway in front of the cell is empty, but voices float through from further in, likely the poor officers assigned to late night duty. And they're all ghosts! Gesturing from the snippets of conversation I catch, today's topic over a snack is that moron who that's wise to cross the rights. I used other names too, most of which I'll like to have words with them about in the future. But really, I'm in no position right
Excuse me? Anyone?
Silence.
Excuse me! I need to make a...
Blood freezes in my veins and my grip on the bar tightens. I don't dare turn. Because more than the haunting melody, I'm afraid of what I'll see. Who's singing Ma's lovely lullaby, a death song. That's what it is now. But I guess that's what it always has been. This is the end calling. For that it is not her vicious smile that I see last.
Oh, Zach, sweetie. Don't you love this song?
Oh, it's Hannah! Hey, Hannah! Hey, how's it going? You're not haunted, right? Zachary finally regained consciousness after being knocked out, found himself locked up in a precinct. Hannah and I gave him a little visit. Oh, hey, she's in there in the cell with him. That's pretty weird. And she looks kind of crazy. Ah! My head snaps up in surprise, and I swivel to see Miss Wright of all people, sitting on the cot. And she's holding something behind her back. Oh, her smile is easy and sweet as
That's
ever.
right. What are you... how did you...
Jostle the cell door to check. Prison break is the last thing on my mind, of course, but our presence here begs for a lot of puzzling questions to be answered. Locked tight. Was I just too groggy earlier that I didn't notice
Don't
her?
be surprised, darling. Money and power can get you anything.
Oh, that's just the bench. She has a point. And that she has like a buster sword. Out of all people, she knows more than anyone how to play that game in the world. And to hear it straight out of her, it's like talking to a different person. I don't wing this up, however. Perhaps she's just having a bad day or a tiff with her husband. After the incident the other day at their party, well, I don't like gossip, but it won't be surprising. Anyone could say the strangest things when in a bad mood. Still
You
no.
ain't supposed to be here, Miss Wright.
Why ever not? Isn't it comfortable here?
Well, it is, kind of. But you're still not supposed to be on this side of... Besides, it's too early. Or too late for a visit. This is beyond the scheduled hours.
Oh, I'm sure Chief Inspector Lee wouldn't mind a little chat between friends. Besides, his prison officers just snoring in the break room.
She brushes off a lock of hair from her shoulders, stands up and meanders around the length of the cell for whatever space it will allow. Is it? We got this one. Oh no! As if this is just a simple stroll in the park, making a show of checking every scratch the past occupants of the room has left on its walls. Nevertheless, try to make myself small against the corner. Any closer and we'll be crossing each other's personal spaces. Frankly, that's more than uncomfortable.
Be that
with.
as it may, they have cameras here too. How are you going to explain that when they check?
That doesn't matter, dear.
It does. Your popularity ain't going to give you any kind of immunity from the law. I appreciate the visit, but I'd rather not see you get into trouble.
But it's not popular, it's money. Makes her stop. Just as I'm starting to think of friendly reasons.
You don't want to get out of here.
Of course I do. But you don't have to do anything. It's my fault. I'll find a way out of this mess.
You did bring it to yourself.
This really is just a misunderstanding, Hannah. I didn't mean to trespass. If you'll just listen to the whole story, you'll know I didn't mean to do it.
I'm really disappointed in you.
That sounded kind of lewd. Look straight at her. At the sudden change of her tone, checking for any signs if I've upset her with what I did. Of course she would be. She has every right to. After all that talk, the little attempts to build a friendship, here I want to broke into another person's house. Her home. So many levels, beyond any kind of friendship, it's still young. Her anger doesn't come out as I'm expecting it to, however. Instead, she smiles. Hey, poor little smile I didn't think I'd ever see from her.
Breaking into our home. Disturbing my love in his sleep. You've upset my Prince Zack. You've really upset him.
Hana?
Panic swells at me, ripping up my spine. Irrational, I know. Shouldn't feel this way about anyone, you know. But here I am, backing away, trying to keep an ample distance between the two of us. I'm afraid, boldly afraid of it. St. Hannah. The bars rattle as soon as my shoulders hit it. Hindrance. Not to freedom, but to safety.
Has anyone ever told you how beautiful those eyes of yours are?
Nana? Occasionally my sister. Hana? You alright?
She laughs, a deranged little thing coming from her. There's no cheer in it, no warmth, only spite.
Makes me want to take them home, wrap them in those pretty ribbons I have in my vanity.
Okay, look, this guy isn't Kurapika. No, that's Hunter x Hunter.
I'm pretty sure my prince would love it, don't you think, Zachary? A little gift from me.
Stay away from me!
She moves, in short, sudden, bone-crunching twitches that are too painful for me to watch. I want to look away, but I can't. Screaming for help before I know it, jolting the bars with as much force as I can.
Somebody! Get me out of here! Anyone, please!
Bugger off! Some people are trying to get some sleep here!
No! She's here! You've got to let me out! She's gonna kill me! Someone! She's...
Oh, you poor thing. Don't you worry. You won't even feel
Just
the
punch her.
pain.
Oh. Punch her when she's in the blonde form. She could take damage then. Unlocked a memory fragment. Looks like they're torturing Ghost Girl. Wait. Oh, no, that's rape. Oh, well, I mean, rape could be considered torture. I mean, I still classify it differently, but you know. Is that a cute anime girl poster? I already like Marianne. Let's go. Yeah, I'll start next time with some more, The Letter. We'll be back with Marianne's route. See you guys then. Bye.